Hello, parents and students. Welcome back to Truth Speak with Principal Hooks. We are talking about another important topic here at the high school. Today I have my buddy and Dean of Students, Brian Strathman, with me, and we are going to talk about eligibility and how we engage with eligibility here at the high school. So, Brian, would you like to explain a little bit what eligibility is here? Like, what is eligibility?
Eligibility is used for mostly athletics. Students need to maintain a certain grade point average in order to participate in athletics. They cannot have 2 Ds or 1 F. If they do have either one of those, they become ineligible for sports or activities for that week. It is run on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. and eligibility runs through the following Thursday morning at 8 a.m. if you are ineligible.
So when you get that list of students that might be ineligible to participate in a sport or an activity, what do you do with the list?
I go through the athletic list as well as the activities list and check to see which students are on the list, which would make them ineligible for sports.
And then do you tell them?
Yes.
What do you tell them?
I tell them their coaches or sponsors that they are ineligible to participate in activities outside of the school day that week.
And then do you encourage them to do anything with their D's or F's or
just leave them. Yeah, obviously we have to figure out a way to get them off the list. We look at different options to how to support them the best we can to get their grades to where they need to be.
So the supports that I know of at school are the Monday, Wednesday. I think Miss Harmon does math support. Tuesday, Thursday, Mr. Miracle does English support. But what other supports do we like? Do you know about?
There's a number of teachers throughout the day that spend their time helping students. Miss Keck, Miss Mead, Miss Ilgner. There's plenty of people around if they do need help. They just need to speak up and ask.
And then CHASA. CHASA is kind of the state's governing body for athletics and band and choir, correct?
Correct.
So what does CHASA say, and then what does that look like for students?
CHASA has different guidelines. There's many different options, but a guideline that's close to ours would be 1 F would be acceptable, 2 Fs they would be ineligible. Obviously, our eligibility is quite a bit stricter than that, which promotes students to do well in classes.
So what if a student fails, this semester? What if they fail the end of this first semester? What happens if they're in athletics?
According to CHASA, if you fail 1 class, you are okay. If you fail 2 classes, you're ineligible for 6 weeks until the regain dates. And if you are not playing a sport come January 1st, then it carries over to whatever sports season is your next sports season. So if it's track, then you would be ineligible for 6 weeks of track. If you don't do track and you do football, it carries all the way over to football next year.
So it's really important that students don't fail the end of a semester.
Correct.
If they want to participate in athletics or band or choir.
Or activities, correct.
So I know that right now with that band and choir, if they're going to a competition, that's treated just like an athletic competition, correct?
Correct.
They can't go if they're ineligible.
Correct.
But right now, for concerts, because that's paired with the class, not necessarily the activity, we are allowing students to do that.
Correct.
As of current. Sweet. Anything else about eligibility students or parents should know?
If the student needs help, make sure they reach out to a teacher or myself or Ms. Hooks, and we can find the appropriate help for them.
All right. That's all we have today.